So this is for Earth Day. We are recent grandparents, and this is to babies. May polar bears welcome you to northern Manitoba, their lumbering grace marking the ice. May there still be ice. May giant trees lean over your path in warm places, brush your brow. So many details now disappeared. Tiny toads in deserts, fireflies. Where are the open window screens? Whispers of breeze against a sleeping cheek. If we stop poking holes in soil, watching onions grow, what will we know? If we no longer learn cursive, will our hand muscles disintegrate? You blink, beginning to focus. Where will the lost loops go? We dream you will have so much to admire. I feel like reading a couple of poems tonight I've never read because Maine inspires that. So this one is also with Earth Day in mind for the Mexican writer who died last year, Jose Emilio Pacheco, and he said, "I like poetry to be the interior voice, the voice no one hears, the voice of the person reading it." Tomorrow. What animal is waiting to hear what we have to say? Not one. Not the red-winged blackbird, the speckled trout, or the French chartreuse. Beg an iguana for editorial advice. Whatever we do, slim drift on the wind. We could talk forever, never equaling the dawn song of the thrush. Pacheco said, "Fish don't torture. Their banks don't ever charge interest." We open our mouths. We find and hide the words. 2. My friend who knew him says, "I thought of him as a businessman only. A lawyer? Had no idea he wrote books." She found him dignified, stately, quiet. Papers, envelopes, nice neckties, polished desk. "Jose, your certain silences were invisible girders. They held everything up. Childhood stories, first moments. We go, never to come back. No wonder you translated Beckett, Yevtushenko. Belonging to other worlds deepened our own. You wanted to ask your old teachers if the future, tomorrow, lived up to their dreams. Everyone's hard work, supposed to count for everything. Who predicted torture, murder, people disappeared? Didn't those people work hard too? Which animals live like this? Could metaphor soothe or save? There are 9 moths to every one butterfly. Your poems, at first surrealistic, then closer to home. Fancy awards, dramatic titles did not intrigue. Your pants fell down when meeting a king, but you hiked them up, calling it a cure for vanity. We love you forever for moments like this. Leaning into your pages all those years, working and working. All that is truly ours now is the day that is beginning. Once we gleaned what went on in high places, our job to build something better. But I'm not trying to make fun of your state, I'm just asking a question. United, when sleepless, it's helpful to meditate on mottos of the states. South Carolina, while I breathe, I hope. Perhaps this could be the new flag on the empty flagpole. Or, I direct from Maine. Why? Because Maine gets the first sunrise? How bossy, Maine. In Arkansas, the people rule. Lucky you. Kansas, to the stars through difficulties. Clackety wagon wheels, long land, and the droning press of heat. Cool stars, relief. Idaho, let it be perpetual. Now this is strange. Idaho, what is your it? Who chose these lines? How many contenders? What would my motto be tonight? Entangled sheets. Texas, friendship, now boasts the open carry law. Wisconsin, where my mother's parents are buried, chose forward. Washington, wisest, by and by. New Mexico, it grows as it goes. Now this is scary. Two dangling its. This does not represent that glorious place. West Virginia, mountaineers are always free. Really? Oklahoma must be tired. Labor conquers all things. Oklahoma, get together with Nevada, who chose only industry as motto. I think of Nevada as a playground, or mostly empty. How wrong we are about one another. For Alaska to pick north to the future seems odd. Where else are they going? Okay, this is for Earth Day. It's called Pause. The boy needed to stop by the road. What pleasure to let the engine quit droning inside long heat, to feel where they were. Sometimes she was struck by this as if a plank had slapped the back of her head. They were thirsty as grasses leaning sideways in the ditch, big blue stem and little barley, Texas cupgrass, hairy crabgrass, green sprangle top. She could stop at a store selling only grass names and be happy. They would pause, and the pause seep into them. Fence post, twisted wire, brick chimney without its house, pollen taking flight toward the cities. Something would gather back into place. Take the word home, for example, often considered to have an address. How it could sweep across you, miles beyond the last neat packages of ice, and nothing be wider than its pulse. Out here, everywhere, the boy looking away from her across the fields.